Hey Houston, it's Mary Scally with Simple-elegance and around H-Town with Simple-elegance, and it's so great to be back. And today I'm so honored to have Rosemary Bickford of Brickland Homes.
Good morning.
And we are so happy, and we love we've known each other for like 10 years now, I think.
Yeah.
And so, Rosemary, share a little bit about what you guys do with Brickland Homes, and then also your journey, and then we'll talk about how we got to know each other.
All right, you bet. Well, Brickland Custom Homes, my husband Ed Bickford and I own Brickland Custom Homes, and really a good amount of the credit goes to Ed. He started the company several years before I actually joined him in the company. I was a manager of a real estate office. I've been a broker for over 20 years, and I also was a first vice president with Benjamin Franklin Savings in their real estate department. When that was winding down, it just seemed a natural next step to join Ed in the business, and we've been doing this for over 25 years. We are a very reputable custom home building company, and
and I didn't know, I just learned this probably a few months ago, but like we used to live in Windrose, and you guys built all the patio homes.
We did.
Like, how many years ago was that? That had to have been 20 something years ago.
Yeah, we started really building patio homes for Friendswood Development, and in Kingwood, in Champions, and in Windrose. Yes, and just loved that program.
So,
and then we've evolved into true luxury custom homes. We are a design build company. We have an architect. We design from scratch, and it's very rewarding.
it is.
Business.
And right now you guys are building in Town Lakes, over in Cypress, Willow Creek. Anywhere else?
Yes, also in the Woodlands, and we actually do build on your lot in places like Memorial, Bel Air,
Which is awesome.
Yes.
And I have to say, Brickland's homes are gorgeous. Which that's how we got to know each other through WCR Great Northwest.
Yes.
And then a couple of years ago you came to me and you said, Mary, would you be our designer? And what a blessing that has been. I love it. And so that means that I get to work with the clients to help choose all their finishes.
Right. And we love the relationship as well. You know, you've got to stay current. You have to offer your customers, your homeowners, what they want. And that has evolved from CAD drawings to 3D drawings. We now have a virtual reality room in our architect's office. And then we added the service of providing our customers, our buyers, with a designer to help them make their selections. And that is Mary.
And it's so
and
fun.
It's just been a great fit and a great partnership.
Right. And I mean, it can be overwhelming to a new buyer or a new client on what flooring do we get, what colors do we choose. And so to have that assistance, and we just go, and it's kind of like a play date, you know, but it's really focusing on the client. It's always about the client and what their desires are, which I think you guys do so well, you know, and it's listening to them before we even break ground. It's listening to what are all the things that they want in this dream house, because it is their dream house.
Yes. And I think it's been even more important in this year of COVID. Many of our homeowners have not been comfortable visiting various showrooms, and so Mary's done a lot of that legwork. Actually, we're working with some great homeowners right now who don't live here. And so everything's been online and with Zoom, and it's worked beautifully.
It has. When Rosemary called me, I think I was up on Cape Cod, and you're like, Mary, we have this new buyer for a spec house that some of the things had already been planned for it. You know, the countertop, the cabinetry for the kitchen on this one had already been planned. The limestone on the exterior and the exterior paint color had already been done.
Yes.
But they came in still with a lot of decisions to make, but that the house was already in a moment that those decisions need to be kind of made quickly.
Yes, and they want to
get in fast, right? So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, And Rosemary's like, Mary, would you mind if we did this all via phone? And I was like, okay, we can do this.
Phone,
And
Zoom,
Zoom,
email.
PowerPoints.
Yes.
And actually, the clients have been fabulous. They, you know, we went and she shared kind of what her desires were, and then we went and took pictures and laid things out at some of the tile places. And are we on the right track? Yes. But then she went to Floor and Decor's website and built a PowerPoint, and then we took that, got everything, figured out the grouts and everything was by pictures. Yesterday I was over at the house just making sure that the wood floor that she chose, she loved them with the new cabinetry. And what I love is that, you know, everybody communicates, and Rosemary and Ed are always saying, Mary, make sure everybody is in on every email, you know, and that's great because so everybody knows, you know.
We're all on
another
the same
house we're
page.
dealing with right now is we've been trying to get the Hunter Douglas pre-wiring in, and that's backed up things, but we all are in on the loop,
Yeah.
and hopefully it'll be done by tomorrow because we overnighted more wires. So
Yes.
anyway, but that's part of building, you know. There's all these little things, and it's a process, it's a journey to build your house, and we're learning a little bit more on keeping those things in budgets. Our first client, we didn't have to worry about budgets. They just kind of blew every budget, but other clients do like to keep in budget, and so
Yeah.
working with them. And also, but there's also with Bricklin, what I love is, Rosemary, there's all these, allowances, but you might be over on lighting and under on floor. And
Right.
that works together.
Yes.
It's all the dollars, and you guys are so good at that.
That's our goal.
So what have been some of the challenges in COVID that you guys have faced this year?
Well, the one big challenge is homeowners being hesitant to, meet in person, and we were hesitant for a while as well. So just really getting up to speed on Zoom. Another big challenge was many of the showrooms were closed.
Correct.
For several months, and that delayed some homes being finished, but everything is pretty much back in
To
play
normal.
now. Yes,
How
still being
about
very
actually
careful.
shipping? Has getting product in been a challenge?
Not too much.
Not too much.
A
That's
little
great.
bit of a delay on some appliances, but no, really not too much.
That's awesome, because
Yeah,
I've heard from
so-
others that they're having some shipping issues, and and you just, it's like, I know we've had issues with shipping. We have Hala, one of our employees. She ordered a dining room table last January. Well, the base is here. It's in Dallas, but the top isn't here. And
goodness.
it arrived in California, and then went back to Indonesia.
Oh goodness.
And then now supposedly it's sitting in California, but it's waiting to get processed. And so they're like, well, call us back in about 3 months.
Oh wow.
I'm like, the table that never came. So, Rosemary, as you guys have been building the business, what have been some of your main core values in the business?
Transparency. We are very hands-on, which I know I think that's critical.
Yeah.
We have continued education with the Custom Builder Council. We stay up on trends. We have a superintendent at each job site every day of the week. We have somebody who answers our phone. We have somebody who takes care of the books and who keeps track of the homeowner's credits and debits and that sort of thing. So, and just I think also really what I mentioned earlier, we are advanced in terms of our technology. With our homeowners absolutely love being able to go to our architect's office and seeing virtual reality, walking through their home before we ever start.
Yeah.
And we are committed to that financially and just staying current.
Yeah. I remember, I think it was 2 years ago, was it 2 years or last year at the International Builders Association, and we were talking
IBS.
about IBS,
Yeah.
and we were talking about the virtual, and you're like, Mary, we just bought that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you serious? But it's really where people are going, and it's, especially as we're dealing with our millennials, they're expecting everything on
Right.
the computer. They want to see, and it actually helps them really see what the house is going to look like, not just this
Right.
flat thing.
If they're going to
it's real.
spend a
amount of
million or
money.
more, they want to know what it feels like in a room to have a 14-foot ceiling height. They want to know what those arched doorways are going to look like. They want to know it all, and they should.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, you guys go every year to the IBS to really see what are the latest and greatest products
Yes.
that you can offer your clients, you know, and make sure that they are getting. And I know one thing this year with COVID, and I think it's interesting what we're seeing. We've seen some trends in double kitchens.
Yes.
What do you,
Huge trend.
trends in double kitchens? What other trends are you seeing with
Well,
home building
just
right
a bit on the double kitchen, or it's called a butler's kitchen or a caterer's kitchen. That is huge. People are entertaining. Our homeowners, many of them, they're big entertainers
Right.
anyway, just to have that extra space. Other trends, I like to say less is more. Moving towards very clean lines, modern, contemporary, no formal dining room per se. Still amazing outdoor living spaces, outdoor living areas. So
Also, game room and theater.
media room are more of a maybe joined together, less of that just separate media room that can only be a media room,
Right.
and it's another
first
flex
floor.
space. And
First floor
Yes.
living.
Yes.
We're seeing a ton of, yes, there bedrooms, a few bedrooms upstairs,
Yeah.
but really that where the whole family is around and entertaining is in the heart of the home, which is awesome.
Yes.
It makes so much more sense because if the theater is upstairs, game room is upstairs, who's using it?
Right.
Maybe the kids.
Maybe,
But
not the-
generally, we're not going up, and we're the ones that paid for all the square footage.
Right.
Also, what about colors and flooring? Are you seeing a big change are people still going with woods, or are they going more with tiles, or you're kind of seeing
Well,
combination?
what we're not seeing is carpet. Carpet is not a desired flooring in this market. And I think we're seeing an equal amount of wood and tile. We've seen folks move away from travertine, more into the large porcelain tiles. They can be 18 by 36 or beautiful tiles. So, yeah, wood, tile, quartz for countertops.
quartz. I think the
Yeah.
last 4 houses have all been quartz.
Yeah,
haven't
maybe
they?
some granite and
Little
secondary
bit,
areas,
yeah. But quartz is becoming huge,
Yes.
clean because of the clean lines. I think.
and a lot more paint and a little bit less stain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still a little bit.
Oh yeah, that
anyway,
adds some
I
warmth.
have to say, when I was over at Little Sorrel yesterday, and I called you and said this, or texted you, I couldn't believe we had the flooring for the house is a bit of it's a very different color. It's a very light color, and so they took the floor sample and went to figure out what to do for the stain, and matched it perfectly.
Yeah,
I was a
it
little
really
bit
turned
afraid
out
when I
well.
first saw it, but then with the second coat of that stain on there, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. It's
Yeah, it's
just
gonna be
beautiful.
beautiful.
It's going to be a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous house. So, anyway, what have been some of your recent success stories?
Oh gosh, well, all the things that we've talked. I'll tell you, our most recent success story is in Willow Creek Ranch. We had the spec home that we've referenced a couple of times, and it sold early on. So we bought the lot next door. That has sold for a build to suit. And so we bought another lot, and that has already sold as well.
Are you serious?
I'm
That is
serious.
awesome.
So we're working on architectural drawings for the other
Okay.
two. The market is hot. It's interesting with COVID. I know there's a lot of pain, but the custom home building business in Houston is strong. The interest rates are very low, and it's a very exciting time.
It is.
Yeah.
So, what's the timeline from sold lot to move-in date? what are you looking for in time?
Probably 13 to 14 months. It depends on the size of the home and the features that are going into the home. But from the time we pour the slab, it's probably 10 to 12 months.
Okay.
And then you've got to do the architectural drawings before
Right,
that. And
exactly.
architectural approval and permits and
All that stuff.
yeah.
But then,
And a lot of that depends on the homeowner's time frame.
right.
How much time do they have to spend on it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is so, I can't believe that is
Yeah,
so
it's
exciting.
exciting.
So
Yeah.
now what about Town Lakes? How
very
many lots
strong
do you
as
have
well.
over there?
We have one lot right now that has not sold.
Okay.
But we also, in Town Lake, are working with 2 other families who will be building a home on lots that they purchased.
That is
A
great.
2 and the possibility of a 3rd. So it's very exciting.
That is so great. You know, one of the other things that I love about Brickland is it truly is a family business.
It
I mean,
is.
well, David is maybe quote, quote, not part of the family, but he's been with you guys forever.
So is Joey and Vicky, and of course our son Justin
Yep.
is in the business with us. And it's just, Ed was a third generation home builder, worked with his dad, so it's great.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And then also your tradespeople.
Most of them have been with us for well over 15 years,
That's
which is huge.
huge,
Yeah.
huge. And they're just awesome. Like every time I see them, they're just like, "Hi, Mary, how are you?" You know, and they're fabulous. They'll do anything for you. I remember we were doing that in Town Lakes. We were doing the house that was going to be on the Parade of Homes, and
Yes.
needed some pictures hung. And one of your painters, I think it was, that's been with you forever. He's like, I'll take care of that. Don't worry. I'll take care of that. I'm like, okay, thank you. They're just always so awesome to be with.
Well, we're all committed to the same thing.
Yeah, that is so true, which is great. Let's see, what else? We've already talked about most of those. Have you ever had something in your career or your life that you failed at, but it was one of those things that it literally made you become more successful?
I can think of probably many things, but one thing in particular was we weren't keeping up with our website. We weren't putting pictures from recent homes that we had built and finished on our website. And it's so important because that's our brochure.
Yeah.
Everybody interviews us.
Right.
They look at our website before we ever meet them.
Yeah.
And we had some folks who were referred to us. So, of course, that's
huge.
it got a sale, right?
Yeah.
But they wanted something, this was a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago. They wanted something very contemporary. At the time, we weren't doing a lot of contemporary, but we had just finished a very contemporary home and we did not have it on our website. Long story short, they went with another builder who had just completed one also, but had a lot of pictures on the website. You might think that's a small thing, but it just really resonated with me that how important our website was, and that that was the number one thing I needed to be concentrating on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No. Oh my gosh. Websites, social media, all
Yeah,
that stuff.
all of that stuff.
But we do have to, and it's no longer the telephone book. You know.
oh no, it's
you
not
have
a
to
paper
be-
brochure.
Nope.
It's being interviewed online.
Exactly.
And you don't know
And
it.
you have no clue. You have no clue that's.
And they'll make a decision about you based on your online presence.
Exactly.
So,
You know, it's like your personal preference. You know how fast people make a decision. You know, and it's like a lot of times for our business, because we also do the home staging, is that it's a very physical thing, and so we're in maybe shorts and tank tops and stuff like that. But we've had to really realize, well, we need to logo those because
yes.
people are making making decisions, and if we're not dressed appropriately, then how do they think that we're going to be able to dress their house? You know?
Yes.
And so, and that website is a big thing. I remember when I first started the business, my husband did the website. Okay. He knew nothing about design or anything, but he's pretty good about it. And then I'm like, well, I need to put more stuff on there. And so I did it. Well, that was horrible. And then we finally hired a company to do it, and we've gone
Yes.
through a few companies. But it's really, I was on last week, I think, with some other stagers, and they were talking about how they do it themselves. And I'm like, that's not who I am. I don't know that.
Right.
And
Pay
you've
somebody who
got
can.
to pay somebody who really knows what they're doing, and that's an investment. That's an investment in you.
Yeah, we've had a big return on our investment, finally deciding to do that.
Right. But then it's also, we have to continue to feed the information to
Yes.
them, which is a challenge because
Yes.
you're always being pulled in so many different ways. So what are you in charge of at Brickland?
I am in charge of the warranty with our warranty department. I am also in charge of the legal end of the business, writing the contracts, negotiating the contracts. Ed and I share the responsibility of proposals. You know, we are the company in terms of we're the first people that people meet, and so we develop that rapport. Write those proposals, bring that to contract. Then we have our great team that builds the homes, and then I finish up with the warranty.
Okay. So tell us about what the warranty is on a house.
Well, we offer a 10-year limited warranty, as most professional builders do. But the first 2 years, they deal directly with Brickland Homes. I always say to people, I think you could talk to anyone that we built a home for, and they would give us a good recommendation. We have a lot of repeat business, a lot of referrals, and warranty's not easy, but it's something that's critical.
Right, because you're putting high-end stuff in, and if something doesn't run, it needs to be covered and taken care of. So that's awesome. What's the best advice you've been given, Rosemary?
I think the best advice I was given was from my father-in-law, where he said, sometimes the most money you will ever make is on a project or a deal you didn't get.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That is huge.
Yeah, and it's true.
It is true.
You're not meant to deal with everybody.
Uh-huh.
If it doesn't feel like a fit,
Right.
it's probably not going to be a fit. I've never forgotten that.
That's huge.
Yeah.
I love that. Because, it's like, you quote, you want every project.
Right.
But, you have to mix.
Yes.
And it's a true relationship. You're going to walk with this person for not just the 14 months. You're walking with them for many, many years to come. And you're walking with their families. So you want that to be the relationship.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. What do you love about Houston?
Oh my goodness. Well, it's where family is. It's vibrant. It's challenging, rewarding, hot.
What are 3 seasons of hotter and hottest?
Yes. But our fall, spring, and winter are beautiful here.
That's right. And right now, other than it's raining today, but by the time this airs, it won't be raining.
Right.
It'll probably be sunny again.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, and maybe hot again.
It could be. I remember last Christmas, it was a beautiful Christmas day, and we went out on the boat.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
So how can people get in touch with you all?
They can certainly call our office. We've had the same number for, over 25 years, 281-893-5689. I am Rosemary at bricklandhomes.com, and of course our Brickland Homes website.
Awesome. Okay, I have one other question. You guys are the Bickfords, but you have the Brickland Homes.
Yes.
Where did Brickland Homes come from?
My husband, Ed Bickford, started this company. I joined him in the business a few years later, and you're going to have to ask him that question.
You don't know how he came up with the name?
I'm not sure there's a good
Answer to that.
explanation for it. But we're often called Bickford Homes or Rosemary Brickland, and that's okay.
It's okay. That's so funny. I can't believe you don't know where the name came from.
I'm not sure there's a good explanation.
Anyway, thank you, Rosemary, so much for being with me today.
It's been my pleasure.
And just love you and love working with you guys. And
the
if you
same.
have any questions about interior decorating or home staging, you can give us a call at Simple-elegance 877-458-8254, or you can go to our website at simpleelegancetx.com. Have a great day.
Bye.